So there's many different ways to learn, and you know, a lot of people think that the only way to learn is just by studying and reading, and you know, you get all your information from a book. And I'm a firm believer in learning through experience, and so I think all of you here, especially since things have changed so much in the last 24 hours, are having an experience of how a monastery functions, which is that you have your daily schedule and you stick to it, and when there's a special condition that comes up, you are flexible and you respond like that. And so I saw yesterday when we received the news that the Chinese master was going to be able to come tomorrow and then give John Bell the ordination on Sunday, then we all have to be flexible, and we really have an experience of what it's like to live together in community. And it was very reminiscent for me of my early days at Kopan, when I mean, we hardly had anything there, and then the lamas would come up with these ideas, and it was like, okay, we're doing this project and it should have been done yesterday. And so then everybody just stays up really late and everybody does their part, and then you get whatever it is done, you know, because it's needed immediately. But there's this certain wonderful energy that comes from everybody working together for a common purpose. And so here, you know, in this situation where we're all involved and all working together, you really get that feeling of people being together for a common reason. And you see that even though the reason is ostensibly about John Pell's ordination, it's not about John Pell. And it's not about us either, because when somebody ordains, it's about the Sangha, you know, increasing, and then the Dharma being able to flourish because the Sangha is present. And it's about just this joyous thing of people really being able to make a strong commitment to live ethically, and how that benefits all sentient beings. And so it's not about him, it's about all sentient beings, you know. And then similarly, everybody who is madly cutting and sewing and ironing the robes and getting everything ready in, you know, a very short period of time, it's not about, you know, I'm doing this. It's about, you know, we're all doing this. And then everybody's doing their own specific way of helping. And so the people who know how to sew are sewing, and the people who know how to iron are ironing, and the people who know how to cut the material are cutting, and the people who don't know any of these are filling in for all the other functions that need to go on in the monastery, such as cooking and preparing for a number of visitors to come, and taking care of the facilities, and you know, because we have some extra visitors coming this weekend in any case, and then we're having these special guests come, and then we'll be inviting, you know, our local supporters to come. It's late notice, we don't know how many will come, but so there will be a house full of people here. And everybody just steps in, and we all do our part, and we welcome all these people to come and share in all this wondrous energy of the Sangha increasing in a country where the Sangha is completely new, you know, and where you can really see how it's not so easy to take ordination. You know, you have to have a lot of causes and conditions come together to have an ordination ceremony. And also another thing to learn in this situation is, you know, many of you will have a chance to meet, you know, some of the Chinese practitioners, and you see how they very much move as a group. That's one thing that I notice some of our nuns have noticed. And so then we see how they move as a group. We learn how to move as a group too. instead of, I'm doing over here and I want to do this. It's like we learn to cooperate and move as a group to get done what needs to be done. Yeah, and so it's a really nice thing that happens, and for everybody to be a part of this energy, and we each contribute in our own way. And so, so you're having an experience here of how things become flexible, how everybody works together, and what it's like to welcome a new Sangha member. And this whole thing is not about any of us. Yeah, it's really about the Dharma continuing to exist and flourish in this world, and to spread to a country where it doesn't presently exist, and where the Sangha's existence is really, really important for the benefit of sentient beings in this country. And by influencing the people in this country, then of course you influence everybody in the world, because we're all interconnected. Not because America's a superpower, but because we're all interconnected, and so what happens anywhere influences everybody.